The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levenson and Associates. With us today, we have the Joseph Loughran, our Marketing Vice President, and then we have our special guest speaker, our final expense guru from America, Stacy Gear. She's going to come on in about 10 to 15 minutes and talk about some new stuff going on over there, sales concepts, great material that you can utilize after today's call to make some more sales. So I suggest everyone take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes, questions, feedback, positive, negative. We want to hear everything. As you know, we try to make these webinars bigger and better every week. We want to cater to you, our agents, okay? If you don't walk away with some good nuggets of information, then we lost. So obviously, we want to hear everything, okay? Good, bad, indifferent. We want to hear about it. So please, you're only helping yourself by sharing some information with us. Okay, so real quick, me and Joe and the rest of our team here at Levinson, we've put together some great resources, okay, from a technology standpoint, sales scripts, mailers. We have lead programs, a complete turnkey final expense package, okay, that's only offered by Levinson. We've spent tons and tons of resources, dollars, time, okay, tons of overtime and weekend hours that we've personally put into this platform. Now, it's up to you to spend the time and go through it, okay? Everything isn't for everyone, but if you can pick out a few marketing pieces or e-blasts, whatever it is that you can utilize to get your name out there, right, and get the final expense message to the masses, then you've won, okay? So like I said, everything isn't for everyone, but the purpose of this platform is so every single agent, we have over 14,000 agents now all across the U.S., but we feel like we have a little something for everyone. So take the time to go through it. We have final expense training webinars that we put together. We brought in third-party final expense consultants that are awesome at selling over the phone. We did a three-part training with Todd Ewing, with Joe Ross, okay? These are dollars that we put out, okay, to help our agents so they're comfortable with selling over the phone and talking about mortgage protection, final expense, IUL, but it's up to you to go on our website, click on Archive Training Webinars, and everything will come up in front of you. Or we have our own YouTube channel, the Levenson One. Okay, you can go on there and check out our past trainings, videos. There's so much to go through. You could literally spend the entire weekend going over training webinars provided by Levinson. So I can't encourage you enough to take the time and go through it, because you will take your practice to the next level. Okay, all of this stuff was built with that in mind. Okay, so real quick, we're going to talk about, we have some neat stuff that we're going to go over. We're going to talk about 3 various co-op lead programs that Levinson puts our own dollars into. We even have some carriers that invest in our lead programs as well. So great stuff. In just a few more minutes, we have a turnkey sales software platform built just for final expense. And this was built so you can sit down with a client, either on a phone call or face-to-face, and you can go over everything related to burial insurance. And it even includes an 800 phone number that the client can call, okay, as soon as the insured or spouse passes away. So everything is laid out in front of them, phone numbers, passwords, plans that were developed from the actual insured before the passing. Everything is set up for you to go over with your client. This is a turnkey package that's free for you, the agent, and free for your clients that you can go out there and market. It's called Legacy Safeguard. So really neat stuff that we have. And again, no charge, no commission reduction. All of this is at your fingertips. We have free college scholarships. So 1 year of tuition, that's a $40,000 value you can give out to your clients for their children or grandchildren, okay? So if they buy a final expense policy, they get 1 free year of tuition for their children or grandchildren to over 400 colleges in the U.S., and they're not paying for this program, okay? You talk about the ultimate differentiator. This is huge. Your competing agents don't have access to this unless they're with Levinson. So that's a big leg up for you. Okay, we also are going to go over final expense scripts that we've put together. So this makes selling over the phone a breeze when talking about burial insurance. We have various mailers that you can send out, e-blast documents that you can send out by using our agency automator, or if you have your own e-blast tool, no problem. We even have physical letters that we put together. You can start to mail it out, but the main point, again, I'll say it for the 5th time, take the time to go through these resources. They're available to all of our agents at no charge. So if you see something you like, you want us to co-brand it for you, we can do that as well. Just let us know. Pick up the phone, send us an email, let us know, and we will make sure that you are up and running. Okay, moving forward. We're going to talk about our Levenson Infographic. So I know I'm talking fast. We have a lot of information to cover. But what we did to make things very, very easy, we have 3, look at them like a picture you click on and open up. We have 3 infographics or pictures that you can click on at any time. One is for marketing, one is contracting, one is new business. This is our entire platform in a nutshell with 3 separate pictures. So marketing, number 1, if you say, well, Bill, I don't even know where to start. You know, I heard you talk about the scholarship program or Legacy Safeguard or a lead program. Where do I get this stuff? Where do I go? Click on marketing. Everything is itemized by number, okay? Everything that we have that's available to you as an agent is separated by number. You can click on it. It opens up all the details about that specific program, and you can even request more information, okay? So that's as easy as it's going to get. If you have downline agents, you can email that to your downline so they can click on and see the different resources that are available by working with you, okay? And obviously, what does that do? That solidifies your relationship with your downline agents to make sure that they're never going to go around you, because in order to get all this great stuff, they have to go through you. So in the middle section, contracting commissions, everything again at your fingertips. We even have a new E&O policy that's exclusive Levinson E&O, $395, $1 million of coverage. It's all under the contracting infographic. Right side is everything new business related, including our X-ray underwriter, e-requirements, everything that you need to know about processing and new business steps is on the right side infographic. So again, very, very simple. We're just helping simplify your life insurance experience, okay, with all of this great technology. Okay, so along the lines of making things easier for you, we put together a website called LevinsonLeadProgram.com. So we have a bunch of lead programs now. To make things easy, we have one website, www.levinsonleadprogram.com, or you can get here from our main website, from kerrylevinson.com, and you don't have to sign in again. It's single sign-on. So you sign in once, and you can automatically get rerouted to Levenson Lead Program. So everything is here. It's spelled out in black and white, every program that we have available. I'm going to dive into the 3 programs that we spoke about earlier in just another minute here, but I wanted just to give everyone kind of a home base on where to go after the webinar to check out all of these great programs. Okay, the next slide here gives you kind of a breakdown. So this is available on our main website, and again, you can get there either way from Kerry Levinson or Levinson Lead Program, but this is the breakdown of mortgage leads, final expense leads, annuity leads, everything black and white, very, very simple. On the right side, what we did is we put together some great lead generating ideas. These are all free, okay? We even have a guide to earning referrals, all free. The scholarship program, we talk about how you can set this up for clients, right, or even friends or neighbors, whatever the case is. If they refer people to you, you can give them another $500 or points in their scholarship account just by sending over referrals or annual policy reviews. There's so many ways. I mean, it goes on and on and on. But again, take the time to go through this. I mean, we literally hand this over on a silver platter. Now it's up to you to click through and take a few minutes, get comfortable with what we have to offer, because there's so much stuff. To get here, again, Carrie Levinson, click on marketing. It'll say lead programs, and everything pops up there on the bottom. Very, very easy. Okay, we're going to dive into a few hand-selected lead programs I wanted to focus on today's webinar training. So real quick, on the left side, now these are orphan leads that are only available through us. These are free, okay? So once you reach the minimum paid premium of $10,000, we give you a batch of orphan leads. These are exclusive, all ready to be converted, or you can sell them a brand new policy. So as soon as you get to that $10,000 number, let us know. We even have coupons on our website, and we will send out your free batch of leads. On the right side, we have a co-op final expense mailer. Okay, this is $430 for 1,000 mailers. That includes postage, printing, all the above. The return address goes back to you, and we're seeing about a 2% return on that platform right now. Works well. That's kind of an old school mailer approach, but still works very well, especially with the Legacy Safeguard turnkey platform. Okay, moving forward here. Now, this is the hot new program we launched a few months ago, and I will say this. Okay, and I think the proof is in the pudding here. First of all, we don't make any money on any of our lead programs. In fact, this one actually costs us money. Anytime you see a co-op in front of it, we chip in our own dollars, and we have certain carriers that chip in as well. So the pricing on these programs are awesome. You're not going to see anything like this, but I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to share a little secret here. So right now, on the average, we're getting about 10 to 20 orders every day with this new program. Okay, we have had 0 complaints. That's the first time in history since 1972 we ever launched a lead program, and we haven't gotten 1 complaint, okay? Because there's no perfect lead program, and I'm not going to tell you this is the best thing. It's like hitting the lottery, because it's not. But I will tell you the program works, okay? And we haven't had 1 complaint. So I know it works well. I'm hearing great stuff from agents. So the new verified co-op program, this is available on the final expense side and on the mortgage protection side. The appointment setting ratio is 60%. So 60% of the time, the agents are getting an appointment either over the phone or in person. You basically pick your 4 top counties, okay, and they'll try to fill the first 2, but you do need to give them 4. The pricing is $25 a lead for final expense and $35 a lead for mortgage protection. This is about half as what they would cost if you went to them on the street or without having a Levenson relationship. So take advantage of this. At the very minimum order is 10 leads. At the minimum, give it a shot. Get the minimum number. Try 1 batch. See what you think. Okay, I think you're going to be very happy. And like I said, not 1 complaint. Agents are coming back literally weekly. So I know the program is working. So again, take advantage. Mortgage protection or final expense, totally up to you. Final expense are just $25 a lead. Okay, once again, we're going to move forward here into final expense carriers. Now, Yes, we are leading with our core company, Americo, today, and you're going to hear in just a few more minutes all about where they stand out above and beyond all of the carriers that you're looking at. So everything you're looking at in front of you is Levinson core carriers. So right side, final expense, left side, guaranteed issue. As you know, they go hand in hand. Left side, real quick, I'm going to talk about some of our featured guaranteed issue companies, AIG, Gerber, Great Western, Kemper, and United Home Life. Now, on the left side there, now this is rare, Gerber actually approved the scholarship program. So that means with every Gerber guaranteed issue policy, or even regular life policy, or the grow up plan policy, you can give your client the free 1-year scholarship, no additional charge, no commission reduction. On the right side, as you can see, top left, Americo stands apart. And I think after you hear today's presentation, you'll agree they have some great technology on the underwriting side that literally makes them stand apart from the competitors. So you're going to agree with me, I know, in just about 20 or 30 minutes here. On the right, Mutual of Omaha, Liberty Bankers, Foresters, Transamerica, United Home Life, Assurant, Oxford, Assurity, NGL, Fidelity, and Phoenix. So Assurity Life is one up from the bottom. They also have approved the scholarship program. Mutual of Omaha has approved it. So definitely make a note of that as we are moving forward. Joe's going to talk about some of our final expense resources, where to go for what, and he's going to dive in a little deeper to the final expense sales software platform. Joe, you there?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So I'll just take a couple minutes. Firstly, what you're looking at now is just a screenshot of carrylevinson.com. Underneath the product tab, you'll see final expense and guaranteed issue whole life. That's where you're going to find all the carrier resources, the product guides, the rate sheets. Everything is going to be at your fingertips and, of course, updated in real time. So that's first and foremost the most important. I'm going to dive into a little bit more information on some final expense resources. These are things that we've really compiled over years and years of agents saying, hey, I've tried this script or this closing technique, or I've used these different phrases or ways to kind of overcome objections on how to sell final expense. And one thing we put together is the A to Z guide on closing final expense sales. This is about a 45-page guide that walks through everything from how to set the appointment, if you're doing telesales, what to say on the phone, how to get follow-up appointments. So it's a really, really powerful guide. We will be sending that out in an email this afternoon to everyone who's on the call, so you can click through and really learn a lot of great information. And every time I send this to an agent, whether they're brand new in the industry or they've been writing for 10 or 15 years, the feedback is always so positive. They say, you know, I've been doing this forever. I thought I knew everything, but I picked up a couple key pointers or things that are really going to help me increase my final expense business. And a lot of agents say, you know, I ended up closing a couple extra sales just by using some of those pointers in that A to Z guide. So that's very, very important to take a look at. Also, another great resource we're going to send out. This is about a 10-page guide. It's going to talk about really a guide to earning referrals. And if you look at on the left-hand side here, we took kind of a snapshot of some final expense sales, and out of 508 closed sales, 89%, which is a huge number, were from referrals, and just 11% were from cold calls. That's from an agent who was doing some cold calling in the final expense marketplace. So if you're not really getting a lot of referrals, even though you're asking for them, this guide is a must. It's really going to help you kind of convert a lot of those existing clients and people you speak to get some referrals. There is an excellent 6-step referral process that's built into the guide that'll kind of break down the entire process. And I think a big part of earning referrals is having something that kind of sets yourself apart from a lot of other agents. And that's where some of our other resources come into play. And particularly on this slide, really 2 great programs that are approved with certain carriers. Depending on who you're appointed with, you have access to these programs. On the left-hand side, Bill mentioned it before, the tuition reward program, the scholarship platform. You know, we've got over 400 member colleges in about 46 different states. This program is designed for you to actually get in front of more clients, to help upsell and reward and retain those clients by giving them a discount on college tuition. This is great for grandchildren, children, niece or nephews. We have a complete program that actually allows you to not only use email marketing tools, you'll see in the screenshot here on the bottom left there, that's actually a picture of a scholarship pin. And this might sound a little bit crazy, but agents are actually walking around with this pin that says, ask me about free scholarships. It generates a lot of great conversation. This program is free for all agents, all clients, and really at the end of the day, you're giving clients up to 1 free year of college tuition at nearly 400 plus member colleges. It is the country's largest private college saving program. Last year, there was a little over $80 million that was given out in tuition rewards. So if you're not using that scholarship program, it absolutely works. We'll be sending out some resources so you can dive into that and use it moving forward. On the right-hand side, that Legacy Safeguard program that Bill mentioned, this is really a turnkey marketing system for final expense. You don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to final expense, using those guides that we're going to be sending out and Legacy Safeguard, which is a complete service, free to your clients, free for you as an agent to use. It not only offers your clients end-of-life planning services, it even helps give them estate planning support. It'll even help them negotiate the price of that funeral cost. So the call center at Legacy Safeguard, they know what a funeral costs. They know what flowers and caskets cost. You can enroll your clients at no cost. And this is a great tool. Both of these are great tools to be able to really set yourself apart from the competition. So integrating those into your sales practice is really going to help boost sales and really help close more clients, because the next time they get a phone call or a knock on the door from an agent trying to sell a final expense product, they're going to think to themselves, well, my agent offered me the scholarship program and Legacy Safeguard. Are you offering that as an agent? And unless they're a Levinson agent, the answer is no. So you really kind of set yourself apart from the competition. One other great resource here I want to mention is the free agent website that we offer. Even in that senior market, a lot of clients are going online, researching, looking at different coverage options. We do have a final expense quote engine built into the free agent website that we offer. Here's just a quick snapshot of what those websites look like. Your clients can actually go on the website, learn more about you, and even run real-time quotes to kind of figure out what that product's going to cost. So a lot of great resources available for you to kind of start using really as soon as we're done with today's call.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So, as you heard Joe go over some of the neat programs that set us apart as an IMO, right? Because you can't get this elsewhere. But, as we go through this, you should be thinking about how you can differentiate yourself from the other agents out there on the phone or in person. And like Joe said, if me and Joe are both final expense agents and we're both pitching the same client, we have a very similar product, premium is neck and neck, everything looks almost the same. Okay, but let's say I'm offering this turnkey burial platform with Legacy Safeguard for free and a free scholarship for little Johnny, who's their grandson, is now 4 years old. Okay, $40,000 value. Even if they like Joe a little bit more, they're going to buy from me every time, okay? And the reason why is the value add. At the end of the day, they can love Joe, and maybe they don't like me so much. It doesn't matter, okay? They're going to say, you know what, for little Johnny to get a $40,000 scholarship for college tuition, that's a no-brainer. As much as we don't like Bill, there's too much value here to go back to Joe. So you need to think like that. Also, you think about final expense, maybe they're not huge sales, or it's dealing with the senior market. It doesn't make a difference. These are door openers, and this could lead to an annuity sale, maybe a rollover into an IUL, maybe a universal life, maybe long-term care. I mean, it goes on and on and on. These are simply different marketing strategies to get your foot in the door. So as you're going through this, just be thinking like that. It's all about separating yourself from everyone else in the competition. So without further ado, we have our leading final expense carrier in the house. We have Stacy Gear with Americo, who's going to take it from here. Stacy?
Oh, thank you, Bill, and thank you, Joe, and everyone that's joined us today. This is an awesome opportunity. We appreciate your time, and this is a very exciting time here at Americo. Today, I'd like to introduce many competitive advantages to help you uncover opportunities, increase your sales and earnings. And the first one that we're going to start off with is brand new. So this is great timing. So thank you for inviting us to be here today with your team. And we're excited because today we're introducing Americo's Quit Smoking Advantage. This is a program that can encourage your clients to stop smoking. It's a wellness program. With this new benefit, this allows your smoker clients, they can receive an Eagle Premier smoker policy with non-smoker rates for the first 3 policy years. And today we're going to cover, they can provide evidence of, where they can also have those non-smoker rates for the remaining life of the policy as well. With this Quit Smoking Advantage program, not only does it provide financial encouragement, motivation that many individuals need today, and wellness is on the minds of many of your clients, I'm sure all of you would agree. This provides that encouragement for the insured to stop smoking. It offers yet another reason for you to consider America's Final Expense Solutions. As Bill mentioned, my name is Stacy Gear. I'm America's Sales and Marketing Trainer. And I just want to bring up, if you have any questions, I'm going to go through this real quickly just to give you a flavor of everything that we have to offer. And feel free to give us a call here at America if you have any questions. We've got this easy email address for you to utilize. If it's more convenient, you can send us a specific question, request for materials to agent.services@americo.com. We can research and reply to you very quickly. And just to real quick, just share a little bit of history about Americo so that you're comfortable and confident in offering Americo's final expense solutions. You may be interested to know that Americo is one of the largest privately held independent insurance companies in the United States. So it's a nice story that you can share with clients. And it's becoming more important. Carrier rating, strength and stability as clients make their purchase decision. You can have peace of mind. We're very proud of our excellent A rating with AM Best, and we have focused markets. I was just listening to Bill and Joe, and we can help with great cross-selling solutions. And we focus on independent agents like yourself to provide that industry-leading service package. We want to help you before, during, and after the sale. We're going to start off with the new Quit Smoking Advantage. This is actually going to be in effect in the system tonight. So this is, as I mentioned now, it's perfect timing. Actually starting tomorrow, it'll be available. This will encourage your clients to stop smoking and save them money. This is where smoker clients can receive those non-smoker rates in the first 3 years. And then what happens is, if the insured provides evidence that they have stopped smoking for at least 12 months during the first 3 years of the policy, this is where they can receive those non-smoker rates for the life of the policy without any additional underwriting. And so this is creating a lot of buzz in the industry. So I want to share with you real quickly how the program works. The policyholder would pay that non-smoker premium for the first 3 years. And then upon the first anniversary, that's when they have the opportunity to provide evidence between the first anniversary up until the 4th anniversary that they have been a non-smoker for 12 consecutive months. This is where they can receive those non-smoker rates starting in year 4 and beyond. And if they would like to keep the same face amount, what happens? I'm sure you're asking, well, what about those clients? What if they're not successful with quitting? They continue to smoke. They do not. If they don't provide evidence that they're non-smoker, what will automatically happen on the 4th anniversary is the face amount will be reduced. The premium will stay the same, but the face amount will be reduced. And then if they want to, let's say, for example, you have those situations where the client wants to keep the same face amount, and if they continue to smoke, they can pay a higher premium. So there's several different options to choose from, and we've got some examples to make it real clear. It's simple to share with your clients and educate them on the cost savings that they can achieve if they're serious about quitting. If they choose not to quit, they still, they've reduced costs over the first 3 years of the policy, paying just those non-smoker rates. In this example, this first example we have today, we ran a quote for a male, 65, with a $10,000 face amount. And the non-smoker premium over here on the left is $62.92. And then you can compare that to smoker rates. So in the first 3 years, this is the premium that they can expect. And then once they provide that evidence, and this provides financial encouragement for them to stop smoking. It's a great wellness program. Great timing. A non-smoker for the Eagle Premier Series is, let's go ahead and cover that definition. A non-smoker is defined as anyone who has not used nicotine products for at least 12 months prior to the application completion date. This includes, it's not limited to, cigarettes, cigars, pipes, chewing tobacco, snuff, alternative delivery devices, nicotine chewing gum, you name it. No nicotine 12 months prior to the application completion date in order to qualify for a non-smoker. Let's take a closer look at the Quit Smoking Advantage program. So we've got the same example here for male 65, 10,000 face amount, and how the program works. For the first 3 years, of course, the death benefit, the face amount stays the same, the premium stays the same. This will be a smoker policy where they receive non-smoker rates for the first 3 years. Now, over here on the left-hand side, if the client provides evidence starting as early as the first anniversary is when they can provide that evidence up until the 4th anniversary, they have 3 years to provide evidence that they've been a non-smoker. This is where the face amount stays the same, the premium remains the same for the life of the policy. This is simplified whole life. Now, for those situations, scenarios, if the client is unable to stop smoking and if they do nothing, do not provide evidence, what happens is, in the middle column, automatically on the 4th anniversary, this is where the face amount would be reduced. We keep the premium the same, the face amount reduces proportionately depending on the age of the client and the premiums that's being paid. And then over here on the right-hand side, this would be the third option. If your client proactively, if they reach out to America and they decide that they would like to keep the same face amount in year 4 and pay a higher premium, they can do so. And that would be the premium that we're looking at here, $112.87. Now, there's with the Eagle Premier Series, we make this really easy. There's 2 products, the Eagle Premier product, and then we have a guaranteed issue product. With the Quit Smoking Advantage, it's not available on the guaranteed issue product. It's just available on Eagle Premier only. The earliest an insured can verify that they have stopped smoking is after the first policy anniversary, and it needs to be 12 consecutive months. It's important for agents to run those quotes at smoker rates. So when you run a quote, and I'm going to share with you where you can access that rate information for Eagle Premier, this would be a smoker policy, smoker rates. The system's very sophisticated. Starting tomorrow is when this will go into effect. This is a brand new program. For the first 3 years, it will provide those non-smoker rates. The policy will be issued as a smoker, and what will be included, built into the e-application, is the disclosure statement that outlines the various options for your clients that are smokers. There's option A, B, and C, as you can see here. Option A, this is where if the insured does nothing, upon the 4th anniversary, the face amount will automatically reduce. Option B is where they can request to pay a higher premium and keep the face amount the same. And then option C is if they were to provide evidence that they've been a non-smoker for 12 consecutive months, they can receive those non-smoker rates for the life of the policy. So that's a nice outline. To answer those frequently asked questions, many of those questions that come up, important questions, we've created a brochure for agents and your clients that you can quickly access. We've created this microsite. It's just a one-stop shop to increase your sales, have the best experience at the point of sale. You can quickly access the microsite at www.americoeaglepremierseries.com, and from start to finish, you have everything that I'm going to share with you today. For example, when I click on Sales Tools, this is where you have the agent guide that will answer many of those questions that come up, and the Quit Smoking Advantage frequently asked questions. After today's training, you can quickly take a look at that, take a tour of the microsite, and I'll bring up the microsite one more time here in just a slide or two. And if you have a little bit of extra time, maybe over the weekend, take a look at some of the pre-approved advertising materials that we've created to help you increase your opportunities in third and fourth quarter. Now, with the Eagle Premier Series, today I want to share with you some competitive advantages that Americo offers. This portfolio has two products. Eagle Premier provides full death benefit day one, and you'll receive that instant underwriting decision right there at the point of sale within 5 minutes. The majority of our business is submitted with the Eagle Premier and the e-application process. This is an opportunity for agents to reach not only face-to-face clients, you can reach remote clients, and we also offer the Eagle Premier Guaranteed product for clients that maybe have some health issues, they don't want to answer the health questions, that sort of thing. You can quickly transition right there at the point of sale if your client does not qualify for the Premier product to the Guaranteed product. Now with the Guaranteed product, there is a 3-year graded death benefit. 2 ways to submit business for the Eagle Premier Series. There's no paper application, just e-application and tele-application. This is where you can have your client sign that health authorization form. Americo can run that prescription check. We've designed this to let the automation work for you. There's no field underwriting. Very quickly, within just a few minutes, you'll receive the underwriting decision. We can run the Medical Information Bureau, and typically within 15 or 20 minutes, you're done. And this is where you can provide the policy number at the point of sale for the client. It looks very professional in the eyes of the client. The policy is mailed the next business day to the client. There's no amendments to case manage, no paperwork. And if you receive that instant underwriting decision prior to 3 p.m. Central Time, generally speaking, Americo pays commissions out that evening on that business that's approved prior to 3 p.m. Central Time. So this is for agents that want to get paid more faster on their important final expense business. 2 ways, e-application. You can use any type of device. It can be a computer with a mouse, laptop with a signature pad. It could be a touchscreen device, you name it. Quick underwriting decision. There's no phone call required. That's another nice feature that agents like about this solution. Tele-application is the other way to submit business, where the agent drives the call. If you're in a situation you don't have internet or don't have your tablet, computer with you, you can submit by tele-application. Now, the tele-application is available Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time, or Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. All of this information that we're looking at, this is in that agent guide that you can quickly access from the microsite. State availability as well can be accessed from the microsite. With the e-application, it's available in all states with the exception of Mississippi, New York, and Vermont, our guaranteed issue product. You can see the states where we're currently not approved. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that information. I just want to give you the competitive advantages to help you increase your opportunities. Now, replacements, they're available with the e-application process. It's built into the system, very sophisticated. Replacements are not allowed when using the tele-application process. I just want to mention that. And there's the state availability for the tele-app is just slightly different. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, case design questions come up, that's what we're here for. You can always reach out to your sales support team here at Americo. We have a very seasoned sales support team. Now, one sales tool that's been very helpful, especially, I'm sure all of you, you're juggling a lot of information out there in the field. We want to make it as easy as possible for you. Now, we're looking at the one-page fact sheet here that's very helpful. So if I come back here to the microsite, and let's say I click on Sales Tools, and then the reference sheet, it'll just make it a little bit easier to see. As you can, minimum issue age, 50 to 85. If they are a smoker, it's 50 to 80. You have minimum face amount, maximum face amount up to $30,000. Minimum is $2,000 for the Eagle Premier product. Full death benefit day one. Now let's, real quickly, I want to share, because I'm always surprised when I'm out in the field how many people are not aware of some of the features that are built into the pricing. When you quote the Eagle Premier product, what's built in at no additional cost is the accidental death benefit rider. And how that works is it's a little bit unique to America. There's also a common carrier provision that's built in. It's like a 2-for-1. So if the insured should die by accident, this is where their death benefit can double. And if they're traveling on a common carrier, such as a train, airplane, a Greyhound bus, any type of a common carrier where they purchase the tickets and there's a schedule, and I think we're all, again, wellness is on the mind of many individuals. We're active, we love to travel, and it's becoming a small world after all. If they're traveling on a common carrier and there's an accident that results in their death, this is where the common carrier provision, the death benefit will triple. And it's important, this may be, it doesn't take very long to maybe visit with a client prospect to discover what it is that they're passionate about or what their concerns are. This may address some of their concerns. The next one that I want to point out is the accelerated benefit payment rider that we've added at no additional cost. So it's when you quote that premium, this really gets the attention of clients today because there's so many senior citizens that are concerned. They don't want to be a burden to their family. They've had that experience where maybe they've had a friend, neighbor, relative that has been diagnosed with a terminal illness. And what typically goes along with that is increased medical costs. And it can put a real burden not only on the individual, but the entire family. With the accelerated benefit payment rider, this is where they can access up to 50% of the death benefit. So if the maximum face amount is $30,000, they can access up to $15,000 while they're still living. And they can use this however they desire. If you have more questions about that, if you want to see the full explanation of these various benefits, you can quickly access from the agent guide. Now, an optional rider to consider, I heard Bill and talking about how important grandchildren are. I'm talking about all those scholarship programs, and this goes like right along with it. We have we've added the optional grandchild term rider. We've made this easier at the point of sale. There's no underwriting needed. And this really goes a long way to help not only with placement, but also with persistency is what we found. Because when you have that child or grandchild rider, it's added onto an enforced policy, it makes it a little bit more challenging for someone to come behind you and another agent to come behind you, try to replace that coverage if that child or grandchild term rider exists. Because your clients, I think all of you would agree, they see this as important protection. It's a valuable, it's almost like a gift that they're providing for that child. And there's no underwriting. You can add up to 10 children with the child rider. And down below here, let's just scroll down some more important information. You've got the build chart for those clients that want to qualify for the Eagle Premier product, state availability. As those questions come up, you can quickly access the state variations and the tele-application number. So that's just a very helpful sales tool that you can quickly access that will answer a lot of those questions. I'm going to bring up the microsite one more time, www.AmericoEaglePremierSeries.com. It's a lot, so to remember, so I encourage you to maybe bookmark that in the smartphone or iPad. Now with Eagle Premier, we've designed it so that the automation will work for you, do all that underwriting. We're seeing a very high placement ratio with Eagle Premier in the high 80% range, and so that's the great news. So this is excellent timing for third and fourth quarter sales. This is where if your client answers no to all of the health questions for the Eagle Premier product, they're knockout questions. They can, this would be one of the guidelines to qualify. Their height and weight need to fall within the build chart guidelines. And then with the Eagle Premier product, we run that prescription check, and this is what does all the underwriting. And very quickly, you receive that instant underwriting decision within 5 minutes at the point of sale for Eagle Premier. Very, very, very popular. Now, the guaranteed issue product, let's say you have, you get that instant underwriting decision and you have a case where they're not approved. Maybe there's something comes up on the prescription check and they answer all the health questions no, but then we discover that a cardiologist has prescribed Coreg, for example. Now, it may not be an issue if it's a general practitioner, but this prescription check is very sophisticated. The good news is this is when you can transition at the point of sale rather than with a paper application you wouldn't receive that underwriting decision maybe for up to 48 hours. Now with the guaranteed issue product, no health questions need to be answered, and very easy, some sales tools so that you can get started. We're excited for everyone to get started to quickly access the Eagle Premier Series rate. Now this Quit Smoking Advantage, it starts tomorrow. We're actually having a system upgrade tonight, and Sales Connection will not be available from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Just want to mention, and the sales tool that we're looking at here, quote.americo.com. If you're not contracted with Americo just yet, this is one of my favorites because there's no user ID or password required. You can quickly access those rates. Power will be in your pocket no matter where you're at. Allows for a smaller screen size and greater mobility. And if I just come over here and I bring up that quoting tool, simply choose the state where you're doing business. And then we can select the product, Eagle Premier Series, and click on Create. From here, you can enter your client's age, gender, and if they have been a non-smoker for 12 months, prior to the application completion date, they can qualify for non-smoker rates. You can solve for a premium for a known face amount. So the minimum is $2,000 up to a maximum $30,000. Or if your client indicates, let's say, for example, they indicate that they have a budget, $75 a month that they can pay, and we want to solve for a guaranteed face amount. That's just another way to maybe run that quote. If you want to add some of those, the child and grandchild term rider, you can add the rider as well. So in this example, $75 a month would purchase the face amount of $21,909. So that's just one way to run that quote, or we can have a known face amount, and if we click on rider, you can add the children's term rider between 1 and 5,000. Let's say we have 2 grandchildren, and they're not required to be a dependent. That's the good news. They don't have to live with the insured. And here we have the premium, $36.70. So it's very easy. The quoting tool, no W's before that. It's just quote.americo.com. And the other way to quote Americo's products is with Sales Connection. That's our illustration quoting e-application system. So this is where Americo's technology all comes together. You are required to be contracted in order to access Sales Connection. Now, we're excited for everyone to get started. We want you to have an awesome third and fourth quarter. In order to start, simply go to www.americo.com and you would log into Sales Connection very quickly. Enter your username and password that you've created, or you can simply create new accounts. Enter a few pieces of information, and there's a lot of information here from the personal dashboard. I just want to point out where you can quickly access Sales Connection. A couple different places. There's an orange button at the top, and then over here on the right-hand side, there is the web version. When you're ready to submit all those smoker clients that want non-smoker rates and you want to submit an e-application, you have the web version. And then another very popular feature is the demo version. I encourage everyone to practice, take a test drive. This may prompt some additional questions that we can help you with. And here's an example of the demo site. You can quickly access at scdemo.americo.com. After today's training, in the upper left-hand corner, it will say Demo Site. And this has been popular for agents that are new to Americo, or if a veteran agent they want to be as comfortable and confident in submitting an e-application as they are a paper application. This just gives them the practice. And this is an opportunity for you to reach remote clients. There's email signature or tablet signature. You can open a case maybe that you've started. You want to go back and finish. You have up to 7 days to complete an e-app. And this is also where you can run a quote and then a new e-app. So I just want to give you an idea of what that e-app looks like and why it's so popular with agents that are that are writing business with Americo. So if we were to click on New eApp, you simply choose the state where you're doing business, the gender of your client, and their age. At that point, then you have access to the products that are available in that particular state. So Sales Connection does all the work for the agent. You submit business that's in good order. It's going to be issued a lot quicker. You can choose the Eagle Premier Series and click on Create. And very quickly, over here on the left-hand side, the objective here is to turn these red circles into green check marks. So the entire process, there's maybe 11 or 12 steps, takes maybe 15, 20 minutes to submit an e-application, and you're done. If it's before 3 p.m. Central Time, we're going to pay commissions out that night. Americo offers very competitive commissions on Eagle Premier Series, as well as we offer the You First rewards, an 8% bonus. The next bonus that will be paid out is mid-December, so there's still plenty of time to qualify for the You First rewards. And wherever you see a yellow field, these are the required fields that you need to complete when you start submitting the application. So once you enter the information, the nice feature, if you're like me and you're multitasking, you're talking, having a client conversation, it's a fail-proof, goof-proof system. Over here on the left, you'll have a green check mark, and I skipped a few steps for time's sake. I just want to share with you, you have tablet signing or email signing. This is for clients that are face-to-face. It doesn't matter what type of device you have. It can be any type of computer with a mouse, laptop with a signature pad. Just means that your client is face-to-face. And then for those clients that are remote, if you choose email signing, it's important that they have their own email address. It can't be the agent's email address. This is where you can send them an email. They signed, for example, the health authorization form. We run that prescription check, and you can receive that instant decision right there at the point of sale. Now, if you select email signing and you send the client an email, they need to be available to sign same day by midnight. Just keep that in mind. And we have e-application training. If you need more training after today, we can provide that if needed. Here's an example of every step of the way. You will know where you're at. They can draw their signature with the mouse, click adopt and sign. Very simple. And here's what you want to see is over here on the right-hand side, right after this step here, after 4 steps in the process, where you'll see a pop-up message. Initial underwriting check is complete. Based on the proposed insured's prescription check, the proposed insured may qualify for the level benefit up to $30,000. So that's the exciting part that makes Eagle Premier Series so popular. You also have the policy number that you can provide your client right there at the point of sale. Now, to give you an idea of what to expect with the health questions, this is the health questions just for the Eagle Premier product, not the guaranteed issue product. What's nice about it is with the e-app, you have the pronunciation here. In order for your client to qualify for Eagle Premier, all the health questions need to be answered no. And I just wanted to share with you what that looks like real quick. And then you get to the finish line. We're almost here to the finish line. Over here on the left, you see we have green check marks every step of the way. This is where you can receive the final approval. Congratulations, the underwriting check has been reviewed. The application for life insurance has been completed and has been approved for coverage. And it's fail-proof, goof-proof system where you can't get ahead of yourself. For example, at this point, the insured can sign. You can send an email. If you have a policy owner that's different than the insured or a payer that's different than the insured, you will have more buttons here that will be available for each person that can sign. And once you get to the last step, the nice feature is you have a complete in good order. It looks very professional, legible application that has been submitted to Americo. And we have great cross-selling ideas. Just want to mention more microsites that are available with no user ID or password, great solutions. And the You First rewards has been very popular. This is a bonus that's paid out directly to the agent. And many ways to make more money when you partner with Americo. So we want to thank thank Bill and Joe and all of you that have joined us again today. And anything that we can do here at America to help you qualify, meet, and exceed your own individual goals, we look forward to that opportunity to earn your business. I'm going to bring up our phone number one more time and then turn this back over to Bill and Joe.
Yep, thank you very much, Stacy. Great job. Long story short, that platform you just witnessed, that is our go-to for Levinson, okay? And I think once you start using it, you'll understand why. Stacy introduced a great incentive there. On top of that, we have cash for contracting. So if you're already appointed now, you can transfer over to Levinson. You're going to get anywhere between $100 and $400 cash with your first application, and will match or beat your existing commission grid. Okay, we already had a couple requests come in actually during the webinar. So if you're ready to get started, let us know, and then you can take advantage of the co-op lead programs that we offer, and then of course the Orphan leads and everything else that goes along with the final expense platform. So take advantage now. We're also going to send out a thank you email to everybody that is on the call today, and we'll include some of these brochures, contracting, everything that you need to get started. Our upcoming agent training events, that's what you're looking at right now. That's what you're on right now, is one of our weekly live trainings. So our agency automator platform, that's where you're going to go get 1,000 leads every single month. They're actually prospects that hopefully you turn into leads and customers. But it's neat because you can enter your zip code in and say, okay, I want all families that fall into this criteria with this income bracket, and the system will spit out 1,000 names, numbers, emails, so you can go market to. So really, really neat stuff. So Agency Automator version 2, we have it broken down with our CRM tool. Okay, that's where you're going to manage your own existing clients and your 1,000 prospects. We have the virtual assistant that's brand new that will actually call all your prospects and clients for you to set up a meeting, seminar, webinar. Then on the right side, our new free website builder. So we've broken down the trainings. These are every single week. They're live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a training calendar on our main website where you can go and register and see what's coming up for that specific week. Also on the bottom there, we put together top link benefit plans. Now, this is really neat. Obviously, Life with Living benefits built in. August 2nd, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're on that call. Me and Joe will be hosting that one live. That's 8 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, moving forward here, Levinson mobile app, and everyone should have this free download right now on their phone. There's no reason not to, okay? So we just had this testimonial come in. I'm preaching this every single training that we have, but I love to see this. It came in yesterday via email. My wife and I had a few new friends over for a barbecue last night. The conversation turned to what I do, etc. Right then they asked how much $1 million would run. I said, wait a minute. I will get you rates from the top 10 rated carriers right now. Amazing. We're meeting next week to fill out the applications and discuss IULs. So much better and more effective than my old way, okay? And I think he's actually on this call today. But the point is, take advantage of the technology. Anyone you meet, introduce yourself as an insurance agent, run quotes, sign them up, all from your phone in minutes. This is free, okay? Run with this stuff. Okay, the last slide here. Now, as I spoke about in the beginning, it's all about differentiating yourself. It's so important. With some of our tools that we offer, these are game changers in our industry. Okay, I hope that you were thinking about different ways that you can go out and market yourself and be a little different, okay? Use Legacy Safeguard, use scholarship, use some of this stuff to get your foot in the door and separate yourself. So this is actually a sneak peek of the cover of Insurance Newsnet for August. That's going to be the picture. And we're very proud of that. And it's all because of our agents. We're going to end with this Positive Tuesday quote: "You will never influence anyone else by trying to be like everyone else." With that said, go out, make a difference, make it happen, spread the message, make sales. Have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, great selling. Take care.